Alright, so this is my Highground Retakes tutorial. Some people have been asking for ever since I switched to linear, and some of you didn't know I did switch to linear settings about a week ago, and I honestly do recommend it. It's a little hard to get used to at first, but after a while it gets really good. So this first retake I'm going to tutorial, this first retake I'm going to teach you looks like this. Something like that. So now I'm gonna do it slowly. Like this. When you edit, this is how most retakes start. The pyramid up there, drag it to the right, drag it to the front. Then you jump. You jump first, and then you place the floor, and then the stair. And I usually place a wall while you're here, but you don't have to. Whatever feels comfortable. You do like this. So, go out, drag it. Alright, I'm doing a whole different retake. Like this. Edit those two boxes. Those two boxes are really important to get correctly when you're trying to do it smooth. Jump, place the floor first, and then the stair. Because if you place the stair first, I mean, you could place the stair first, but it just doesn't look as smooth to me. So, edit, drag the pyramids, and you don't have to place the pyramid up here, but it is for extra protection, so I recommend getting used to it. Jump, and then the floor and the stair. Alright, so that was the first retake. I'm gonna go down here, show you another one. Alright, so the next one is a lot more complicated. Edit, drag the pyramids like what you did before. And right here, while holding your pyramid, so you have your pyramid selected, edit the back two boxes, frame your edit. And this part's a little hard to get used to. You jump, drag pyramids over here, and then go back and then catch yourself by turboing two walls and a stair. So, like that. So it's gonna look like this. I mean, it's fine if it ends up like that, because it's still basically the same retake. So you edit these two boxes of both the floor and the pyramid. Edit the back two boxes of these. Jump, drag your pyramids. It doesn't matter if you don't drag your pyramids; it'll be fine because it still looks nice. And then you catch yourself with a wall and a stair. This part's really important. Catch yourself with a wall and a stair, because if you don't, you'll end up falling, and we don't want that. So we should do it again. Like this. Get yourself on a wall and a stair by turbo booting it down. And then you can go into one of these and catch yourself with another wall and stair, which is a little bit more complicated because you have to get the edit correct, and then you have to edit the pyramid correctly. So go like this. This part's going to be really hard to get used to, is editing that perfectly every time, but you'll get used to it. And if you're having a hard time, catch yourself with the floor, the wall and the stair, I recommend doing these, and just catch yourself with the wall and the stair, because a lot of these new retakes are coming with catching yourself with the wall and the stair. And all these crazy people with their retakes, a lot of them are just catching themselves with the walls and the stairs. And if you're having a hard time, just do that over and over again until you get used to it, and it'll be a lot easier to do this part right there. And then edit that, drag around, and then catch yourself again. That was the second retake. I'll show you another one that me and my friend Damaged came up with. That looks really nice. So start like this, again, like most retakes. And then you go into one of these, and then once you jump, you start pressing pyramid. It's really hard to do slowly, but you start pressing pyramid and you'll be able to place a pyramid in front of that stair right there, and it'll just go extra far. So once you jump, go like that, and then you'll place a pyramid right there, and it just looks really nice because you can go into one of these like that. So once again, like this, go, like this. Oh my gosh, I have a pyramid stuck in my brain. This, and then you jump, place a pyramid forward, and that pyramid placement is gonna be really hard to do. And these are all just the bases of what you're doing, because you can do a lot more different things, like place pyramid farther and then like rotate, but these are all the bases you can do. Like these are just the simplified versions of it, and you can just change it up how you want. But like it's the base tutorial and base method how to do it. So you do this, then you jump, and you're gonna have to look down to place that pyramid, like a little bit like down, so it actually places that way. Because if you just keep looking up, it's gonna go like this. Like if you're just going like this, and you just keep looking up and try to do it, it's gonna be really hard to do. So like if you try to do it, it's gonna be like that, and you're not gonna be able to catch yourself with anything, because you're gonna have to catch yourself again with that stair, with the wall and the stair thing, which is really important to know because it helps you with a lot of retakes. Alright, so the third retake I'm going to teach you, you'll see Sway doing a lot. You start with this again, go like this, and then you kind of like go into a 90 motion where it looks like this. You add it to the floor, and then the wall. Alright, so doing it slowly, like this. You can do it with a 90 motion, but I find it harder to do, and it doesn't look as smooth. So I do it like this. I kind of like shake my screen basically like this, and then kind of like shake your screen to the left and the right, so all those walls place, and then the floor places, and then you edit through the floor and the wall. So getting used to this will be kind of hard because you're not going to be like catching yourself, but it's still the same thing with that floor and catching that wall and then catching yourself with the floor, which is really important. Like that movement of dragging down to catch yourself with the floor, the wall and the stair, which is really important to know with a lot of these retakes, because that's just how it's getting. It's not the simple thwifo cone anymore, where you could just do this. You're gonna see a lot more complicated retakes where you're gonna have to catch yourself with the wall and the stair. Like all these retakes Cirque's doing, he's catching himself with the floor, the wall and the stair, because that's just how it's turning into now. It's just not simple thwifo cones anymore. It's way more complicated. Okay, so the last retake I'm going to teach you is a really simple retake you see a lot of people doing. It goes like this. Edit this again. And you could put this in a lot of situations, like redoing this. You can go, well, I guess I didn't for that, but after you go out of one of these, you place pyramid, place another pyramid, and then you jump out while placing a floor, then a wall, and a stair. If I were to do it again, like if I were to do, oh, my floor, right. Do this, right? Do this. Okay, like this. Edit that. That stairs in your place there sometimes, but it's okay. Okay, so pyramid, floor, and then look this way, stair, wall, stair. So do it again. You go from one of these, edit that. Alright. Go from one of these that you learned earlier, edit this, and then place the pyramid outwards. Jump out, and then it's floor, wall, stair. So fast, it's gonna look like this. Like if you got on one of these, it looks like that, and it looks really smooth when you do it. So like this, and you go into one of these. So it just looks really smooth when you do it. A lot of these retakes are really easy to learn, and they just look really nice in the middle of like free builds and anything. But that's all I'm going to be teaching. I hope this video helped you at least a little bit, because I know a lot of people aren't doing retakes on the like tutorials on these like harder retakes that everyone's doing now. And my gameplay's a little weird. I mean, a little scuffed right now, but I hope you understood what I was saying. Alright, so I'm gonna show you my settings now. A lot of people have been asking for. Alright, so I'm gonna go over. These settings aren't really useful, but I will show you them anyway. So my safe zone is at 1.0 HUD scale. Stream by default I do have on, tap to search, hold to swap. All these are just basic things. I do not use confirm edit on release. I just don't enjoy it. Vibration on, and then normal HUD stuff. Alright, here we go with this. I use 1.9 build, 3.0 edit, 60% on both. Look vertical and look horizontal. I put all my boost at 0, and then instant boost when building. And then here's my ADS. Again, no boost, 0%. And then I kept this at 20 because I don't really care about that one. I just kept it at default. Dampening time is 0%. Linear, aim assist strength, yeah. And then brightness 100%. These, I do use colorblind. I use Deuter. Yeah, no, I don't know how it's pronounced, but yeah, I do use 4 strength. Here's my binds. If some of you don't know, I do use paddles. So when it says I use down D-pad to edit, that's binded to one of my paddles on the back of my controller. I do use R3 switch mode, that's the bind I switched. And then because I switched R3 switch mode, I couldn't crouch right there, so I put my crouch as L3, which has been hard to get used to, but it's better in the long run. Trap picker, place interact, L3. Alright, here's my edit binds. I do LT confirm, RB reset, and then my dead zone is 0.16, 0.16. I've been messing with this a lot ever since I switched to linear, because linear feels way different. I used to play on 0.12 when I was on exponential, but that's changed a lot since I switched to linear. But yeah, I hope this video helped you out, and I really do, if you're using L3 edit and you're right-handed, I really do recommend switching to R3 edit, because if you're right-handed, it's going to be way easier to edit faster with R3 instead of L3. You are going to have to get used to crouching with L3, but I feel like it's going to be really useful for y'all in the long run.